chances are what you get is going to be okay. Another thing you need to remember with Lolita is bloomers. Bloomers. You gotta have them because you've got this very big skirt, and when you're coming downstairs, like when I'm heading down the escalators later today, when people look up, they can see up your skirt. And if you're not wearing bloomers, they see your butt. if that's what you want, more power to you. If you have a cellulite-free butt and you are comfortable with that, you go ahead. But personally, I would recommend that you wear bloomers. And one of the other things is that, sometimes petticoats can just get a little itchy. You don't want that lodge between your butt cheeks. Wear some bloomers. All right. So here's kind of like a very faded example of the petticoat is also, what's going to give you the right shape. Here's a dress with a petticoat. Here's a dress without a petticoat. But a petticoat is not a skirt. It'll never be a skirt. The only people that can get away with wearing petticoats as skirts are 5-year-old girls. It looks so cute on them. And fairy cake. But when we're talking about Lolita, no. Alright. So skirts, JSKs, and OPs. I just said a bunch of letters, and it sounds like I just said my alphabet backwards. Lolita has this habit of, we shorten everything. So, JSK stands for jumper skirt, which I'm wearing a jumper skirt today. It's actually not a skirt, it's just a dress without sleeves. You got the straps. OPs are one pieces, which are blouses with sleeves, which you might either get like me. This is where you get the most play in it. This is where you put your petticoat that, makes the silhouette of Lolita. Which, another thing about petticoats, they come in 2 shapes. Both shapes are okay. It just kind of depends on, what you're wearing. There's the bell-shaped or the cupcake hoop that goes like this. Or there's the A-line hoop that goes like this. Both are okay. Personally, I think the cupcake hoop is best for sweet, and the A-line hoop is best for classic. And with gothic, I think you can really get away with either one. Blouses. When you read, about Lolita fashion, typically they say, oh, you always have to wear a blouse. Don't you dare go without wearing a blouse. You're committing cardinal sin if you don't wear a blouse. We're in Texas. You don't have to wear a blouse if it's hot. But you gotta check the rest of what you're wearing. You can't just throw on a dress and be like, I'm Lolita! That's not how it works. You have to make sure that it kind of brings the whole thing in, and if your outfit has kind of a summery feel and you've gone blouseless, then you're doing good. If it looks like you're kind of naked, you gotta work on that. And blouses either come in short sleeve, you can get them in long sleeve. Blouses are blouses. Brand names sell blouses, but I don't really see the point in buying a brand name blouse unless you're going to wear a skirt. This blouse that I'm wearing here, I got this from Express. It gets the job done. You only see the sleeves and the collar, so there's no point in even buying a blouse that has, the Baby the Star Shine Bright logo right here. Nobody's gonna see that. If you've got the money to buy a brand blouse, I'm not saying you shouldn't. You're lucky, buy your brand blouse, but for those of you who can't, you're just like, I don't know how I'm gonna make ends meet. If I buy this blouse, buy a cheaper blouse. Mine was $15. Alright. Headwear. I'm going to say when you're wearing Lolita, you always need something on your head. It brings the whole outfit together since, you're so busy down here. You want people to, actually look at your face. So you can go from just, a skinny little headband all the way to this giant head-eating bonnet covered in 3 different giant bows. You're probably wearing OTT suite if you've gone that far. But you gotta have something up there. There's kind of 2 different styles of bows. There's the bow that'll lay flat, and there's the bow that stands up. Personally, I don't recommend the bows that lay flat because then it looks like you're a helicopter and you can just twist it and fly away. And again, that's actually kind of fun. Or you can wear the stand-up bows, and these are called Alice bows, because, you know, they take their inspiration from Alice in Wonderland. And then you can also wear hats. I don't really see enough hats in Lolita. You know, you see them on the internet, but I've never really walked by and been like, oh, hey, a Lolita in a hat. But what I would recommend about hats is don't wear miniature hats. Especially if you're just starting out, don't buy the mini top hat because that's so taboo and overdone. Just wear a full-size hat because hats are so cool, and I don't know why people aren't wearing more hats. You and you are wearing hats, and I commend you. People need to wear more hats. I love hats. All right, leg wear. You always got to wear something on your feet. I mean, whether you're going from an ankle sock to a calf-length sock to knee socks to over-the-knee socks to tights, you got to have something on your legs because that'll just bring it together. Short socks, you know, these are kind of something that I've seen coming into play lately, but I haven't seen too many people like actually doing this and pulling this one out yet, but I really hope it catches on because I'm getting so annoyed. You've noticed how I've pulled up my socks at least 20 times in the time I've been talking. But something I'd recommend for taller Lolitas, which anyone my height or taller, you're a taller Lolita. I mean, look, we're both wearing flat shoes here. My dress is actually kind of a custom made, and that's why it's long enough, but typically her dress would fall like here on me, and I'd be like, look at all this leg. I don't look modest. I've got, you know, my entire thigh exposed. And you can't get past that, so if you are going to, you know, wear a brand dress that's a bit shorter, I would suggest you either wear over-the-knee socks or tights, because those will, you know, they'll give you the, I'm looking for a word. Yes, they'll give you the coverage, and they'll also make your legs look like a little bit shorter, so you won't have, you know, from here to here exposed, making you look like I'm a little schoolgirl. All right. Shoes. Shoes can, you know, range anywhere from, you know, just like plain flat tea parties like this, or what she's wearing, to you can get, you know, giant, thick rocking horse shoes like what she's wearing. They're as hard to walk in as they look. I've worn them. I accidentally broke a pair of my friends trying to walk in them. I also broke my face. But if you practice, you can get up. It's not that hard. But, you know, some cheaper alternatives to Lolita shoes. I love ringtone. I dance to. Is you can just get like a pair of really cute Mary Janes or flats, but don't just get like a plain pair of black flats. Because those aren't flattering on your legs. You know, they kind of, it's like, oh wow, such a cute outfit. Oh, shoes. Get something cute. I mean, if there's a little bow on them, or just a little button on the side, or something that gives them just a little bit of interest. I would also recommend if you're going to get, you know, just plain black flats, get some with a kitten heel, because those will make your legs look way better. Alright, now hair and makeup. Wigs are super common. Are you wearing wigs? Wigs are super common, but they're not necessary. You don't have to wear a wig, but you have to do something with your hair. You can't just leave it plain and flat. I know you back there are thinking, what am I supposed to do with my hair? I have short hair. So do I. We're an exception. But if your hair goes to here or lower, do something with your hair. Put it in pigtails, curl it, you know, part to the side with a cute little headband, but do something. Because it adds to the outfit, and it's what makes it, you know, a whole look. And with makeup, I would suggest just, you know, plain, natural makeup. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube that you can watch, which is usually, you know, it's like natural eyeshadow, natural base, some black eyeliner, false eyelashes, pop in some circle lenses, and you're good to go. But one thing I'd recommend, you know, if you're wearing a blue dress, don't match your eyeshadow to your dress. I take that back. Just don't wear blue eyeshadow, period. But just don't bother matching your eyeshadow to your dress, because then you kind of look like a crazy bird. This is... Hello? Oh! My computer. Why do you know? Oh. It's okay. I just scroll down. I am... Oh, it's because I don't have Wi-Fi and I had a video there. Oh, I'm sorry. guys, I had a video. It was like a speed up of a Lolita getting ready. Man, you guys are gonna miss some funny videos. So I guess we have to skip that. I'm really sorry. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Okay. Now that we've seen, what goes into a Lolita outfit and what makes it an outfit, now I'm going to cover what will break a Lolita outfit. Because there are some things when you throw them in here, it's just like, nope. Overdone, taboo, tacky looking. And the first thing is cat ears. Now, my first Lolita outfit, I wore cat ears. I did the cat ears. I had some black flippy flat ears. Flat ears, what am I talking about? And I was just like, yeah, it was at this convention. If you've been here a couple of years, you might have seen me. Don't do the cat ears. I know they look so cute, and you're like, oh, I'm so fluffy and cute. It doesn't work with Lolita, and I promise you'll end up on CGL. It's fun of you. Now the next thing is the stompy goth boots. They're perfect for goth. Not so perfect for Lolita. I mean, you're wearing this delicate, feminine dress, and then you look like you should be like stomping down through World War II with, your heavy artillery boots, and it's just kind of like, what's going on here? Now, I think you can kind of work it in with maybe gothic Lolita and with punk Lolita, but aside from that, you're not gonna get the goth boots in. It's gonna look funny, unless that's what you intend to do. And you're just like, I look like a derp. This is funny. I'm gonna go to a convention in this because I've done that before. I'm like, I know I look ridiculous. I'm gonna go anyways because I think it's so funny every time I look at myself. All right. Now, a couple more things to kind of like keep in mind is, first off, is the maid look. If you're dressing up as a maid, you're great. You're in a maid cosplay, that's completely fine. You look adorable. Don't call it Lolita. And the thing that makes the maid outfit is, when you've got like the little ruffly thing and the white apron, that's what makes it a maid. Sometimes, every now and then, if you remove the maid apron, then you're like, hey, you've got a cute Lolita dress kind of hiding under there. Good to go. Aprons are just a no-go. Don't do them. Oh! 3 for 3! But I wouldn't recommend the apron. And another thing that I would seriously consider watching out for is the black and white striped stockings. Now, if they go with your entire outfit, they really pull the outfit together, you can work them in. But, if you're just wearing, cute dress, this, like, I'm going to throw in some black and white striped stockings. What are you doing? And black lipstick. Black lipstick died with the 80s. It's never coming back. It's going to smear all over your face. It's going to get on your teeth. You can't eat anything when you're wearing black lipstick. I'm so sorry. Man. You're harsh. But I'm going to say, don't do the black lipstick with the Lolita. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to Lolita. Alright. Oh, wait. No, you're not supposed to see that yet. Alright. The Ida. First thing I'm going to talk about. Yes, you can see that. The first thing I'm going to talk about is, don't ever, if you guys become Lolitas, you, the other Lolitas in here, don't ever call someone an Ida to their face. Don't even call them an Ida on the internet and say their name. It makes you look like a not nice person. I don't know if I should keep this panel G-rated. I probably should, since it doesn't say 18+. I'm going to use nice words. Don't ever call someone an Ida. It's an insult. It's a horrible insult. Now, it's one thing if you refer to yourself and you're like, oh man, I had the Ida face. I had the Ida face. She had the Ida face, you raise your hand. Most people, what happens is, you're on the internet and you're just like, what's this? This Lolita. This is so cute. I'm going to go run to my closet right now. I'm going to put on this skirt, and here's this button-up shirt, and I've got this headband here, and, going to put on my white Hanes socks, my cute flats. I kind of look like a Lolita, right? No, you don't. Pretty much, there's every now and then, a rare case, but as far as dresses and skirts go, if it wasn't made to be Lolita, probably not going to be Lolita. Except for this one skirt I bought at Gap that just works it. Skirts were like, boom. You could kind of, stick a circle skirt in there and kind of make that Lolita, or I've wanted to see this done. I've had this in my mind, but I think you could really pull in some nice 1950s vintage dresses and really make those Lolita. I think that can happen. That will happen. Head to the thrift store on Monday. But, Ida kind of comes from the Japanese word itai, which means painful, and you're saying, this person, you look so bad, you're painful to look at. It's a mean thing to say. Now, this Ida right here, that was me. that was me my freshman year of high school. And a typical Ida dress, you're seen in a low-quality dress, often in black and white, with the miniature hat, which was later changed to cat ears. Also, I'm carrying the same purse. Dang, I'm tacky. I've got the apron going on. I'm wearing knee-high socks rather than over-the-knee socks. That outfit's a hot mess. That picture was taken just down the hallway a couple years ago. So, you can grow out of it. If you realize, like, crap, she's basically saying, I look like an Ida, what do I do, what do I do? You're fine. It's not a permanent phase. And you know what? Even if, like with the black lipstick right there, even if, I have, called out something that you're wearing, it doesn't matter. I'm one person. We're just people, and if you don't agree with me and you absolutely love it, then I want you to wear it and I want you to rock it. You look cool. Just don't post it on EGL because it'll be to shreds. Alright. There's a lot of Lolita-specific entertainment. There's some music artists like Oral Vampire, who was here a couple years ago. She came and she performed. She wears Lolita in a lot of her, pictures. Does she do music videos? Does she? I don't know. But if she did, she'd probably wear Lolita in it. Yeah. And then, when she came here, she wore Lolita. She was so cute. And there's also Ken Wakashima, who I think her music is adorable. It's got, the very, childish storybook kind of thing going on with it. That's her right up there. There's Oral Vampire. Oh, okay, my shadow points. And another thing, if you're wearing Lolita, if you're going to get into Lolita, anything about Lolita, you should watch the movie Kamikaze Girls. It's in Japanese, but with subtitles, not subtitles. It's a hilarious movie. Even if you're not into Lolita, you should watch it because it's so funny. I mean, basically the, main part of the movie is that a Lolita befriends kind of, a Yankee gangster girl, and every 10 minutes, the Lolita is getting punted across the screen. It's hilarious. Yes?
Blights, are they originally from Japan or from America?
Blights are actually originally from America. Back in the 70s, there was, the big-headed doll with the eye change colors, and they were a complete failure. Nobody bought them. And then, years later, somebody from Japan was like, hey, look at these old dolls. I'm going to make some cute ones in frilly dresses. Lolitas have started collecting them. And then, I'm going to say, the two most popular dolls for Lolitas, though, are the ball joint dolls, which I'm about to offend someone here, but those scare the crap out of me. They're the creepiest faces. JC, you collect ball joint dolls, don't you? Those? Oh, you're kind of like this. It's like, oh. Okay.
I do have a doll that's popular.
And then there's also the pull-up dolls, which they've done a lot of collaborations with Angelic Pretty and with Innocent World too, that, the doll's actually wearing, the real dress. They're so expensive, but they're adorable. You take them to the tea party, and, all your Lolita friends go, ooh, it's so cute! And you take a billion pictures of it. All for, a doll that's about this tall. We're crazy. Alright, Lolita communities. I think she's in this picture. Yeah, this was taken from our last meetup, all of us in an action fighting video game shot. Lolita communities are the best thing ever. And let's see. You're not from here, but you're from another Lolita community. Are you from here? You should join the Houston Lolita community.
Yeah, I'm part of it. I mean, I'm not from Houston, but I'm in the
Oh,
community.
cool. Megan, you right there. You're not in the Houston Lolita community, and you should be, because I've told you before. But they're so fun. You know, every now and then I've heard like horror stories about, you know, communities just being like so harsh. But I've never seen that in the Houston Lolita community. Not once. I haven't seen that from, I think I added the San Antonio one, I think I added the Metroplex Lolita community. From what I've seen, it's just girls that like to dress up in frilly fashion, and you know, you give advice, you get excited together, you go, what is she wearing together? And I don't know where I heard this quote, but if you're gonna make a fool of yourself, you might as well do it in a group. Not to mention you get cute pictures. Alright, now Lolita on the internet. If you don't feel like joining a community, you should really get involved in the internet Lolita community, because then you can, you know, get connected. Oh, wait, in my eyeball. Then you can get connected with Lolitas from, you know, England to Denmark to Japan to Brazil to, you know, here all over the country, Canada. And, you know, you'll really make some friends, you'll get good advice, and I think it'll really, like, help your, you know, cultural perspective of the world, you know, seeing how other people are doing things. And, you know, we all have this one thing that unites us, that we really like to wear lace and petticoats. And I think it's great that you know, bring people together. And so a couple places to really get in touch with other Lolitas. First off is EGL, which stands for Elegant Gothic Lolita, and it's on LiveJournal. You know, I don't really know anyone else besides Lolitas who still use LiveJournal. I think besides, get on EGL, you know, introduce yourself, say hey. Watch out though for what outfit you're gonna post on there. Because every now and then, you know how girls are. Everybody wants to be the queen bee, blah blah blah. Someone is gonna have something negative to say, but don't take it to heart. Because it's one person with, you know, one opinion, and even if a couple people join in, it's just clothing. That's the thing to really remember, is that Lolita is just clothing. People, you know, they want to make it into a lifestyle where you like Lolita-fy like every, you know, part of your life. And you know, I love cute stuff. I know that girl over there has a Lolita'd out cell phone, which is crazy, and I keep pointing you out, but that's because we go to school together. And you know, Lolita-fy your whole bedroom, and if that's what you want surrounding you, then go ahead, do it. Rock it out, enjoy it. But it's people wearing clothes. And that's why you don't necessarily have to be thinking always about, you know, tea and unicorns and kittens, because, you know, every now and then that's what people think about, but that's not all you have to think about. You can be a real person just wearing interesting clothing. Now, another place to go is Loli Secrets, which I think died and is now called Behind the Bows. And that's just people, you know, confessing what they really feel about Lolita. There's Daily Lolita, where you can post, you know, what outfit you're wearing. There's CGL, which don't go on there if you're under the age of 16. Well, I know it's 18, but if you're 16, you're probably not going to forget that. It's not safe for work. CGL is on 4chan. Not safe for work. Now, the board CGL is just about cosplay and Gothic Lolita, but there are other boards out there. You will find some scary stuff that you don't want to be looking at. Maybe you don't want to be looking at, but this isn't the place to talk about it. Alright, and then two other websites that you should look at are Hello Lace and Black Alice, which, you know, they'll kind of like really go into more depth than I have about, you know, what's Lolita, you know, where you can find Lolita, how it started, all of this. And they'll also, you know, show, you know, how much dresses are going for right about now, what's popular, what's going down. Just Lolita news. I had another video there that was really funny. It was really funny. It was a guy dressed up in Lolita, and it was a shit Lolita say, and it was really funny. I'm sorry you guys don't get to watch it, but thank you, and remember, horses are just unkawaii unicorns. Thank you all for coming. I'm sorry I had some technical difficulties. Oh! Are you connected? Oh, cool. Let's see. Did you get it? Well, let's watch this one. This one's really fun. Click it. Okay.
From Craigslist.
I can't.
Any Wi-Fi?
Really? Wow. Wait, what?
You know what it says?
Wait. I'm coming back. Oh. Don't be loud.
Which apparently is scripted.
It says Android tether.
The
Connect to a network. Connecting to Android tether. Been connected.
Okay, there you go.